Is Darvin Ham going to be able to make this work?
I just don't see how. No other coach has been able to make it work. Hell, he's had 4 different head coaches. He's been at 4 different stops now. And what has it done? See, far too many NBA guys, man, y'all blasphemous. Y'all talking crazy about Russ. See, a lot of these guys are so concerned with stats, they don't look at winning. What is those triple-doubles equated to? Russ has won 1 playoff series since Kevin Durant left. 1. So all these numbers, 30-point triple-double, 31-point, leading the league in assists, top 5 in rebounding for a guard, has done what to winning?
What was it? It was Houston over OKC that he left, right?
Yes.
In the bubble, I think?
Yes, that was it. That was it.
Go ahead.
You're exactly right.
Right.
And it took, what, 7 games for that? 6 games, 7 games for that?
7 games, yep.
So for me, Skip, as soon as the season ended, Russ took no accountability. It was, they said let Russ be Russ, but we know that wouldn't happen. Frank Vogel didn't like me, even though I sent him a bottle of wine or champagne to his wedding. What the hell I got to do with anything? Front office told the man to bench your ass. He kept you playing because he knew that would mess you up mentally. He kept you out there. And then you play. Instead of taking any accountability, Russ saw nothing that he was doing was wrong.
Yep.
Because he only knows one way to play the game of basketball, Skip. So now you say, well, they got to get Russ the ball. Russ wanted to go play with a team that had LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Skip, you think you're going to be able to play the exact same way? Even Anthony Davis, everybody that's ever played with LeBron, even when you play with other great players, you got to compromise some. But see, when Russ can't do anything, but now he can't have the ball, he doesn't give you anything defensively, and the athleticism is starting to wane. And the biggest thing is, Skip, he's playing in L.A. There are 100,000 cameras on the Lakers. Nobody gave a damn about Russ in Washington or OKC or Houston.
Not really.
No. Skip, we get a chance to see, because they're on TV 55, 60 times a year out of 82 games. You ain't got no choice but to watch and critique and to see Russ. Bruh, stop jumping in the air with nowhere to go to the ball and turning it over. Stop dribbling the ball up to your feet. Bruh, how you hit the backboard? Look, I understand, Skip, in basketball, sometimes sometimes the ball is hitting me upside the head. And that happens. But how in the hell do you hit the side of the backboard once every other game? You got to be trying to aim to try. I bet that's a trick shot. I'm going to hit the corner of the backboard, I'm going to grab it, I'm going to put it in the basket.
Yep.
Bro, stop this. I don't see how Darvin Ham can get Russell to do something that the guy at OKC couldn't do once KD left, the guy at Houston couldn't do, the guy at the Wizards couldn't do. All of a sudden, Darvin Ham in his first year, he going to get through to Russ. Russ stubborn. Russ can only play one style, one way of basketball, and that way isn't conducive to winning. I don't care what those other NBA players says. He doesn't win. He doesn't have great basketball IQ, period.
I agree. Jeannie Buss does not agree. This has Jeannie Buss's stamp written all over it. This is Jeannie Buss digging in and saying to LeBron, number 1, you wanted him, you made your bed, now lie in it. This is Jeannie Buss saying, there is no way in hell I'm going to eat $47 million.
Nor should she.
Okay, but I think that the smart way out of this is the only way out of this is just to cut Russ and let him go on his merry way.
Let's give that
But it's $47 million. And Jeannie is saying, over my dead body.
And we already in the luxury tax.
Right. And she's just not going to do it, even though I can make a very strong case you would be better off without him.
Right.
Just clear the decks, get rid of the issue, the problem, the anchor that is just taking you down to the bottom of the ocean. It's all about Westbrook. And it got so bad, obviously, last year that day after day we came in here and our terrific staff would put together for me a Russell Westbrook turnover blooper reel. A package, or it'd be a Russell Westbrook missed shot blooper reel. And one or the other, sometimes we would combine them, and then they started putting clown music underneath it because it was flat out clownish. And then
even opposing teams started putting on the and the NBA had to intervene and say, no, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
Talking about you're cold as ice, that song.
And then, no, it's a pretty good song. It was Foreigner.
Yes.
And his dream came it became
a nightmare.
Everybody's worst nightmare. LeBron's worst nightmare. And now I'm already starting to feel sorry for Darvin Ham because you can't inflict this upon this man.
First year head coach, and that's what you got.
Like, isn't that his new mandate? Darvin, we love you, man. We're going to give you everything you want. You can pick your own staff. We're going to talk all about this later.
Right.
We're going to give you absolute power. There's no Kurt Rambis in any of your meetings. But you've got to fix Russell Westbrook. He's unfixable.
Right.
You want to talk about pride? Russ has got pride spilling out of his ears.
Skip, ain't nobody changing 14, 15 years in the league. That's what you do. That's why you know. That's how you know how to play. That's how you became a top 75 player, by doing it that way. And then all of a sudden you're going to go away from that.
So how are you going to put it on Darvin Ham at the end of the year? Is Jeannie going to sit back and say, Darvin, I asked you to fix this, and you couldn't fix it. What's the problem?
He's beyond repair.
He's the problem. He's beyond repair. But he is as we speak. I don't expect Darvin Ham to do anything with Russ. I mean, can he coddle him again? Can he sort of talk sweet nothings?
Well, that's what Magic. That's what Magic suggests. Magic says take him out to dinner, take him out to eat a couple of times a week. I ain't taking no grown ass man. He need to take himself out to eat.
Okay, but where are you going? And truly, the onus to me still falls back on LeBron, because if you force LeBron to play with him again next year, the only fixer on this team is LeBron, because he's got the highest basketball IQ in the game to this day.
Right.
He's still the best passer in the league to me. I'm not sure anybody's ever been a better leader of teammates as far as connecting with teammates.
Right.
And again, I give you high marks for the bubble, because that was off the court leadership. He got that team to tough through it when all the other teams fell apart and fell out around him. Okay? So, teammate, we're going to talk about Iman Shumpert, a former teammate of LeBron, and his breakdown of LeBron's game. Well, these guys love him. I've never heard a teammate not love LeBron James.
Right.
Okay? Can he take Russ sort of more under his wing and take Russ out to dinner and try to fix him? Because he would be the only one Russ would really listen to.
Man, he showed up to his documentary.
He did, to start it off. It opened the season. And he went there.
Right, and it was reported that he and AD and LeBron had lunch or dinner together.
I guess so. Before he signed.
Before he signed,
Or before he came here, Okay? I don't know, but I think Jeannie is actually assigning a lot of the onus to LeBron. Okay, you wanted him, you got to fix him. You got to maximize him.
But Skip, how many times have we heard someone go somewhere new, I'll do whatever it takes to win, but I need to be able to do it my way. So whatever it takes to do it my way and win, that's what I want to do. We heard Russ, I don't need this, I don't need that, I'll do whatever it takes. No, you don't. No, you won't. And you didn't.
Can you say scapegoat? Because Darvin Ham is now positioned to be the scapegoat for next year in the eyes of the front office, because they can say to the media, we told Darvin, you've got to fix Russ, and apparently he failed at that assignment.
Well,
right?
He's going to say, well, you tell me the guy that did fix it. D'Antoni, what did he do for D'Antoni? And the Wizard, I think he's at Chicago now. I forget his name.
Donovan.
Billy Donovan. How did that work with Billy? Billy Donovan had him twice.
He did.
At OKC and Washington.
Yep.
And how did that work?
I don't know. As people keep texting me around the league, they keep saying, Russ is exactly who he was in the early days in Oklahoma City, but nobody noticed.
Exactly. Right. He's the exact, but he's less athletic.
Yeah, and that's a fact.
so Skip, when you were so reliant on athleticism, just think, Skip, if Tom Brady relied on his legs, Tom Brady couldn't have played. But he doesn't rely on athleticism. Nothing Tom Brady does it has to be with his legs. Tom Brady's
I think your feet are important.
Yeah.
I think you have to have pretty good.
But you know what I'm saying, Skip? He doesn't need to be Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson.
He does not.
Josh Allen. Yeah. Because he's like, what I need is to be able to pinpoint, process this information quickly and deliver the football accurately.
Yep.
Well, Russ is all about athleticism, being able to turn the corner, being able to elevate. Skip, how many missed dunks did we see Russ? How many missed layups where he just throws the ball up there and look at the official like, y'all ain't gonna bail me out on this one? No, we're not.
I'm telling you, it's the worst pair of hands I've seen on a point guard at any level.
Yeah.
They're wild hands where the ball's just flying out of his hands. He can't control it to the rim.
Yeah. If he was in Saudi Arabia and he stole something, they wouldn't even cut him off because they know really he gonna drop it. He couldn't hold on to it, so ain't no sense. You keep your hands, son.
That is a fact. Okay, so he did average 19, 7, and 7, and in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people say, well, that's pretty good, 19, 7, and 7. But we know that he should have led the league in turnovers, but he missed the last 3 games.
Yeah.
And we know he was the worst three-point shooter. I think he's fourth worst, but the worst free throw shooter in the league. Well, you can't overcome those.
Skip, when Anthony Davis and LeBron was out, they put the ball in Russ's hands.
Failed every time.
And why didn't he deliver then? They said, get Russ the ball. Let Russ have the ball. Let Russ show you. Okay, AD missed over 40 games. LeBron only played 56 games. So that means he missed 26. Russ played all the games, but maybe 5.
He did.
So where was that? The OKC Russ, the Washington Wizards Russ? Where was that at?
We saw one flash of that, and it was at Charlotte.
Yeah.
In a game, did it go overtime or go to the end?
I think it went overtime.
I think it went overtime, but he put up triple-double numbers. Yeah. And he said, I got it, and I'll take the last shot, and he missed it badly, and they lost the game. There you go.
No.
All right, gentlemen, it is going to be a dramatic scene, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds next season.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.